Watermelon Agua Fresca, also known as Agua de Sandia, is a light and refreshing summertime drink. I'll show you how to make it. For a complete list of ingredients and instructions, visit the link in the description below. The watermelon that you choose is very important. To ensure that you get a very sweet one, there are two things you should look for. One is the yellow spot where it rested in the field. The darker yellow it is, the sweeter the watermelon will be. Also, note the webbing, which is a brown, scar-like texture on the outside. This also indicates sweetness. Be sure to wash your watermelon before you cut it up because you'll be dragging your knife through the outside to the inside and you don't want your edible pieces to be dirty. The watermelon that I have here is gigantic. It's actually an extra large because that's all they had when I went shopping. I am not going to use even half of this watermelon for this juice, so keep that in mind. Just cube up your watermelon enough to fill up the reservoir of your blender. Whether or not you need to add water while you blend is dependent on your blender. I have a Blend-Tech and it can handle tougher food, so I don't add water. But if you have something that isn't as strong, go ahead and add, a quarter of a cup to a half a cup to get it going. So here you'll see I'm putting everything in. When it's full, I'm going to put it on juice mode and get everything nice and smooth. Over on the side, I've prepared a sieve with a cheesecloth, and I'm going to pour the juice through that. This is not a necessary step. I just like to do it because I like my juice clear. You'll see it's running through here, and it does take some time. Don't need to force it with a spoon. Just let it sit on the side while you prepare everything else. Wash, peel, and cube up a large cucumber. Just like we did with the watermelon, we're going to add all of this to the blender and blend until smooth. But before we do that, we need to add mint leaves and lime juice, as you'll see here. I'm just peeling the leaves off and getting a nice pile going. How much you add is dependent on your preference. Lastly, the limes, you can add anywhere from a quarter cup to a cup, depending on how tart you would like it. Blend this until smooth and then pour over the rest of the watermelon juice that's draining in the cheesecloth and sieve. While that's resting on the side, mix a simple syrup. 1 cup of sugar and 1 cup of water over high heat, stirring until everything dissolves. You do not have to use all of this simple syrup, but it's easier to just have more than you need so you don't have to go back and make more if you find your juice isn't sweet enough. Do not squeeze the cheesecloth. I know it's tempting to, and we often do that when we're straining vegetables and stuff, but because that's so foamy, it just pushes all the foam into your juice and it's not very appealing. Start by adding half of your simple syrup, stirring, and then adding to the pitcher. We will adjust for taste toward the end. This is a 1-gallon pitcher, and you'll see how much juice we actually got from the watermelon when I pour it in here. What you want to do is add water till it reaches the 1-gallon measuring point. Mix it up and give it a taste with a clean spoon and see if you need to add anything. If it's good how it is, stick it in the fridge and let it chill for several hours before serving. This is really good as it is. You do not have to do anything to it for your guests to enjoy this. However, if you'd like to make it a little more fancy, here's what I suggest. Get a cute cup and rim it with chamoy and Tajin. This is a chili lime Mexican flavoring, and it really adds something to the drink. Of course, you can always add your favorite liquor to this as well. If you like frozen drinks, you could even try blending this with some ice. Garnish and serve. This makes a wonderful poolside drink, but it also goes really well with your favorite tacos. Let me know if you tried this recipe for yourself and how you like it. As always, thanks for stopping by.